Hi Gemini, this is your January 16th through January 22nd weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. We'll have a spread on new love, then we'll have a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. In the third spread, the X spread, we'll see who is coming back to you from the past. Then we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Lovers. We have the Sun, we have the Ace of Swords, clarified by the King of Swords. In the potential outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, and we also have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow air sign, another Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We also have Leo, Cancer, Sagittarius, or an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You see what I'm seeing? We have both the King and the Queen of Swords on the table. And I think this is a perfect match. Granted, this person could be a fellow air sign, either Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or they may have a lot of air in their chart. But whenever the King and the Queen of Swords come out in my spreads, I usually call it a power couple. Yep, you could rule the world together. In the future, but it's a perfect match, and I think both of you are going to be crystal clear about what this connection means to both of you. It really does feel this way. So we start off, by the way, for the reading's sake, I assume you're the Queen of Swords, just to make it easier for us, but again, you can assign the roles as you wish. So I got the Queen of Swords, the first card that came out. That's you. And the clarifier, the Lovers, is your major arcana card. So this is a confirmation that that is you. At the same time, some of you may already know the same card could be interpreted multiple ways, even in the same spread, right? So the Lovers is a card of a choice. It's also a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card of a twin flame connection, if you believe in twin flames. And the Lovers could simply be the lover of your life. As I was clarifying the Queen of Swords, actually, I was asking, how will Gemini feel about this connection? And the Lovers showed up. So like I said, you'll feel like yourself. That's your card. And at the same time, the Lovers is your, highest vibrational level. This is your major arcana card. So I think with this person coming into your life, you will feel the best. They will bring the best out of you. You will feel like this person is making your life better, because I personally believe we're in each other's lives to make each other's lives better, because otherwise what's the point? And if you do agree with that, you will feel like this person is definitely making your life better, right? We have the Sun right next to the Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with a Leo. The Sun is a Leo card, but the Sun is a card of clarity, just like the Ace of Swords, the next card that came out. Both of those two cards are clarity cards. You'll be crystal clear. I think both of you will be crystal clear about what you mean to each other, right? Besides that, the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. The Sun always talks about joy, happiness, success, feeling on top of the world. So I think it's going to be an instant connection, instant chemistry, instant realization that the two of you are a perfect match. Both of you belong together. The Ace of Swords is clarified by the King of Swords. Like I said, that's the person coming into life. I'm assuming that could be a fellow air sign, or this is your perfect match, your power couple counterpart. And the King of Swords is clarified in the Ace of Swords, right? You see how the King of Swords is holding up a sword. That's exactly the sword we see in the Ace of Swords, right? So this basically means that this person is not going to be fooling or playing around. This person is going to have a very straightforward, very conversation with you, and I think you guys are going to be on board with how you want to move forward, right? The Ace of Swords is a card of a brand spanking new beginning, again, you'll be crystal clear about what's going on between the two of you. In the potential outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. These are some good cards, really good cards. Two major arcana cards and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles always talks about long term. This is the most stable, the most grounded, the most serious knight out of all 4 knights. The Knight of Pentacles, like I said, always brings longevity and money. Right? The Wheel of Fortune in the middle could be a Sagittarius you're dealing with, but the Wheel of Fortune is a speedy card. You could be traveling together. You could be relocating or when the two of you decide to move in together, you may relocate, right, to another neighborhood, another city, another state, another country. But the Wheel of Fortune is also a start of a new cycle. And since it's in the potential outcome, it's you guys starting the cycle on the next level up, right? The Chariot right next to the Wheel of Fortune could also be travel involved with that Chariot card. It could be a Cancer you're dealing with. But the Chariot is a card of victory, success. It's a card of a triumph. It's a card of moving forward and not looking back. All right, the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck could be a Taurus you're dealing with, but the Hierophant is a card of something traditional, like a, like a marriage or a commitment. It's also a very spiritual card. Some people forget it's a very spiritual card. So you're connecting with this person on so many levels, spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, all of them. All right, so yeah, like I said earlier, I think it's an instant connection, instant chemistry, instant clarity that the two of you make a perfect couple, make a perfect power couple. I'm not even going to bother with an extended for you, Gemini, because that would be a waste of time. Really happy for you. Congratulations. Gemini, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Knight of Cups clarified by Judgment. We have the King of Pentacles clarified by Death. We have the Five of Wands clarified by the Seven of Wands, and we also have the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Well, this is, like I said, a spread for those of you who are already committed, who are seeing somebody, married to somebody. However, I don't know if this King of Pentacles got the memo, but this is somebody from your past, an ex. Perhaps this is a desperate attempt to get you back. I don't know what this person is thinking. Perhaps it's that Mercury retrograde kicking their butt. I'll still do the X spread later, but again, for those of you who are in a relationship or married, you got an X showing up. And you are definitely not taking them back. You're not. The King of Pentacles is that X could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have the Knight of Cups right next to them. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Death, clarifying the King of Pentacles, could be a Scorpio. Right, but death is pretty much, it's done. At least in your mind, it's done a long time ago. Right, the Knight of Cups, to be fair to this person, is a very romantic gesture. The Judgment card clarifying it is a card of an ex, somebody trying to get back together with you. But the remaining three cards, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck, you're not taken back. I think you're very happy where you're at with your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You're definitely sending them back to the past where they belong. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Gemini, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. Also keep in mind that Mercury retrograde is still with us. It's going to be over during this week, but there is a post-shadow period. This is when more exes than usual tend to resurface. We have the Hermit clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. We have the King of Cups clarified by Judgment. And we also have the World on the bottom of the deck. So what I noticed right away is that we have a whole bunch of major arcana cards, including Judgment clarifying that King of Cups. And I think the King of Cups is the person coming back. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or somebody with a lot of water in their chart. Or perhaps this is somebody who has a hard time expressing themselves. The second thing I noticed is that there is no action here whatsoever. Zero. There is no pages. There is no knights. There is no aces. Nothing. Well, Judgment, clarifying the King of Cups, could kind of symbolize them reaching out to you, trying to resurrect this connection. But other than that, that's it. Crickets, right? So perhaps this person reached out to you before this week and now you're thinking about it, or perhaps they're just thinking about reaching out to you. They're planning it, right? The Hermit, the first card that came out, could be a Virgo you're dealing with, but the Hermit is a card of somebody who is going within, doing some soul searching, going through some kind of a thought process. The Seven of Pentacles clarifying the Hermit is a card of waiting. So perhaps, like I said, they're waiting for something. Okay, the High Priestess in the middle is a card of intuition, but at the same time, it's a card of something unknown, right? It could be a secret. So perhaps they're secretly planning something, right? They don't want you to know as of just yet. Okay, the world on the bottom of the deck could be someplace remote, so perhaps this person is at a monastery and they're going through that process with the Hermit card up there in the mountains somewhere. But the jokes aside, yeah, I see no action here. The world is also my happy end card. This is when one chapter of your life begins and a new chapter is about to begin. So if they do reach out to you, let me know. But for some of you, perhaps they're just still waiting, they're still preparing, they're doing something. You may hear from this person later in the month. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Gemini. This week we have the Fool, clarified by the Six of Swords. We have the Hierophant, the High Priestess, clarified by the Two of Cups. And we have the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. This is one interesting reading, interesting spread, Gemini. It feels like a secret partnership or a secret alliance is being established this week, or being confirmed, or being reinforced. You see, the thing is, before I started clarifying, before I got those two cards out, every single card on the table was a major arcana card, including the card on the bottom of the deck, and the card on the bottom of the deck is your major arcana card, Gemini, right? So all four, before clarifying, were major arcana cards. This is something amazing that's about to happen. The Fool, the first card that came out, could be an Aries you're dealing with, but the Fool is a card of taking a leap of faith. It's a card of a brand spanking new beginning. It's a card of like a breath of fresh air, right? The Six of Swords, clarifying it, is a card of moving forward. And the thing about the Six of Swords, this card always brings improvements into one's life. This is a card of a rough patch being over. It's a card of moving out of choppy waters towards calmer waters. So whatever this new partnership that is being formed, it will definitely improve your life. It could be somebody whom you already work with, and the two of you will just talk to each other and say, you know what, if you got my back, I got your back. Or it could be something brand new. The Hierophant right next to the Fool could be Taurus you're dealing with. But when it comes to work, business, and finances, the Hierophant is something formal, something official, right? So if you are starting something new, there's going to be paperwork involved. If this is something existing, again, this is your existing business, or this is your existing workplace. Right, and then we have the High Priestess, clarified by the Two of Cups. I barely ever clarify the High Priestess. But since that card came out last, and since it could be interpreted multiple ways, I clarified it, and the Two of Cups showed up. The Two of Cups, when it comes to work, business, and finances, this is my handshake card. Again, partnership, alliance, some kind of an agreement, but you're keeping it on the hush-hush. You're not letting anybody know. If you are starting a new business, perhaps this is like an amazing new idea, but you're not telling anybody because you don't want anybody to steal that idea. Or again, if this is somebody you already work with, this is, I got your back, you got my back. That type of a deal. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Gemini, this week. We have the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords, clarified by the Knight of Swords. And we also have Strength on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have another air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We also have Leo on the table. What you're not expecting is this Queen of Pentacles, all the way to your left. Something is happening to this Queen of Pentacles. They're all stressed out. They've got something that is disturbing their peace. They're crying. But at the same time, you are chasing them out of your life. It's kind of strange. Perhaps you're just cutting them off for some of you. Or perhaps this person is lying. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, the Nine of Swords is a card of somebody who is crying, somebody who's got something happen to them, something negative, right? This is a card of somebody who is in distress, somebody who's got anxiety, somebody who is depressed. And that would be the Queen of Pentacles. The rest of the spread, I think this is you having courage to shut them down or chase them out or you're not welcoming this person into your life. I've got the Ten of Swords clarified by the Knight of Swords right next to the deck. I think that's your reaction. You're shutting them down with the Ten of Swords, and with the Knight of Swords, you're gonna show them the door. Alright, the Knight of Swords, out of all four knights, is the one that tends to get into fights. In this case, I think it will basically be associated with you getting kind of infuriated with this person. Right, strength on the bottom of the deck. I think this is you having to have courage to, cut them off, not to deal with them anymore. Perhaps, like I said, they're lying, they're pretending that they need your help, or they're trying to weasel their back into your life, and perhaps they've done it in the past, and this time you're just putting your foot down, you're calling them out on their BS and things like that. But again, what you're not expecting, I guess, is this Queen of Pentacles resurfacing and, asking something. Or what you're not expecting, you having to cut them off, you having to put an end to whatever the nature of this connection is. Wow, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Gemini, for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Gemini, have an amazing